Hey everybody, it's Liz. Welcome back to my channel and welcome to the Fall Crafts 2019 YouTube Hop. It is hosted by Robin Pitts and Sandy Nagel, and I'm super excited to be a part of it this year. And you guys, we have a wonderful lineup of talented ladies. You're going to find tons of inspiration, and there are a lot of giveaways, okay? Every lady on the Hop is hosting a giveaway, including myself. Plus, we have two grand prize giveaways from two of our generous sponsors. Art Glitter, who is famous for the glitter glue that we all love, is offering a $50 gift certificate to their online store. So that's amazing, right? And then our second sponsor is Renee Bouquets, and she is also offering a $50 online gift certificate. So super excited about those prizes, you guys. And like I mentioned earlier, every lady in the Hop will be having a giveaway on their channel. So you have to make sure that you are subscribed to everybody. Of course, to enter the Hop, you have to be 18 years old. And you must be a U.S. resident. You have to like, comment, and subscribe to all of the ladies in the Hop. And please make sure that you are a visible subscriber. We need to see that you are subscribed to everybody. So turn off your private notifications or your private settings, and that way you are able to qualify for any of the prizes. So you guys, I have an awesome project. At least to me, it's awesome. I absolutely love the way that it turned out, and I'm hoping that you like it as well. It's a big one, so I'm going to get started because it's a lot to cover. So let's get going. I, of course, did a Halloween project. It is fall after all, and we were able to do, fall themed, Thanksgiving, Halloween. Halloween is one of my favorite holidays, so that's what I decided to do. If the camera is a bit shaky, I do apologize. This is a very big project, so I need to hold the camera to really show you all of the details, okay? The paper collection that I used is Chillingworth Manor. This is by Echo Park, and it is such a fun collection. It's got the traditional black and orange and white, of course, with the pops of green. So it's a really fun kind of like vintagey collection. I'm not, unfortunately, not gonna be able to share every page with you because I have one hand and it's kind of hard to do so. I did use some of the stickers from the collection. Just really fun. It's kind of a little bit creepy. I know some of you don't like creepy and spooky and stuff like that, but I do. And most of my decor in my home is spooky and creepy. So that is what I created. I created a piece that's going to go in my living room that goes along with the rest of my home decor. And oh, you know what? I just forgot to mention something very important. The Hop starts, of course, today, Saturday the 14th, and it will close on the 18th at 9 p.m. Central. And then all the winners will be announced on the 21st at 9 a.m. I'll probably cover that, and all the information will be in the description box. So here is my project. It is a very big house shadow box thing. I picked up this shadow box house at the at-home store, and it was bare wood, and I brought it home and thought it would make for a great Halloween decor piece, and I absolutely love the way that it turned out. I painted everything that wasn't going to get covered with paper black, and then I went ahead and used the Chillingworth Manor paper to cover the sides, each of the the rooms inside. Let me see here. Really cool. And I even cut out these little individual pieces to create the shingles on the roof. Really cool, right? I absolutely love the way it turned out. I did kind of tame it down a bit because I was going to go for a really creepy feel, but I just love the way it turned out. So let's start off with the attic. Okay, so this is like a really creepy, I'm calling it Chillingworth Manor because that's what the paper collection is, but this is the attic, you guys. It is covered with pattern paper. And basically, you all know how attics work. Got a bunch of junk in there. So basically, I've got I wanted it to look like a creepy attic. No one's been up there in a long time. So there's like little creatures in there. You can see the bats in the background and stuff like that. So I've got a mirror in the back. I created that using some Spellbinders dies and the Tim Holtz mirrored paper that he has, and I grunched it up to make it look like an old mirror. I also have like little bits of fabric right there to make it look like old curtains or clothes or something like that. I've got a giant rat with red eyes that I kind of painted him to make him look a little creepier. And I've got some old books. These are like from the miniature collections. I had them in my stash and I grunged them up a bit. I've got this guy right here. I forgot what these are called. I can't think of it, phonograph or something like that. I can't think of the name right now, but really cute. It's a little piece that I've had in my stash forever, and I finally got to use it. I've got a couple of little gears up here that I just grunged up. I created this little box out of some cardstock and distressed it with some inks and just wrote on their clothes, so it can look like a tattered, you know, box that had like some clothes stored in there and stuff like that. I've got a light bulb in there. And then do you see that creepy green hand? He's one of those little plastic creatures from the Dollar Tree. And I just kind of have him like peeking out, like his hand is, you know, just reaching out. So creepy. I love it. I've got a sequin spider right there. And then basically the whole story is, this is like a, you know, Chillingworth Manor. Nobody lives there anymore, of course. The place is haunted, but, you know, the ghouls and the goblins still live there. So they come out at night, especially Halloween, and, you know, all sorts of mayhem. So in here we have the main body of the house, so to speak. This would be like, let's say, the living room or something like that, and I wanted to create like a really creepy little seance. So I covered the whole thing with paper, as you can see, and it looks like wallpaper, which is perfect. And then I created all these little frames. These three right here were chipboard pieces that I painted black, and then used the Tim Holtz rock candy, you know, that crackle thing, to make them kind of like gooey and crackly, you know what I mean? So really cool. The images are from the Tim Holtz Halloween book. He's got a page that's got a bunch of vintage images, so I just cut them out and backed them onto the frame. This last frame, because I didn't have any more chipboard pieces, I created it using just some ovals and some chipboard. So really creepy, right? I've got a lot of spider webs in the background, just to make it look really creepy and stuff. I've got this cute little chandelier that I picked up a while ago. Added some webbing to that. In the background, you see the ghosts. Really cool. I love them. I cut them out of vellum, and these are the Tim Holtz. Let me see if I can grab that die really quick with one hand. It's a Tim Holtz die, this guy right here, and I cut out the ghost from vellum, and then I have them glued on with like a little piece of acetate that I stuck to the bottom of the floor here, so that they can look like they're floating. It looks so cool. I love the way it turned out. So I've got my vellum ghost. And then I wanted to create, like I said, a little seance scene. So I've got this miniature table. This is from the Dollar Tree dollhouse furniture. It came in bare wood. I painted it black. I whitewashed it with some white acrylic paint, and then went over it again with some black paint to give it that really distressed, aged look. And I think it turned out perfect. I absolutely love it. I created pillows for the little skeletons. Because the table's kind of short, and, you know, obviously I'm not gonna have room for chairs. So I just made like these little pillows out of some fabric that I had in my stash. I stuffed them with, you know, the stuffing, and I have the little skeletons sitting on the pillows. Really cute, right? And then the skeletons are from the Dollar Tree. I have them glued on there, like, they're holding on to like the Ouija board. I did forget to create a little planchette thing, so I just have the Ouija board that I printed off, you know, from my computer. I made it tiny, tiny, aged it with some, I think, vintage, what is that called? The Tim Holtz Distress Ink. I can't think of the color right now. Here I have a scaredy cat from the Tim Holtz die here that comes with the witch. And I cut him out from flocked paper. And again, I just used a little piece of acetate to hold him up. So really cool. I got a lot of webbing. I created a little rug underneath the table using my Spellbinders dies in black, and then the oval in the pattern paper. Really cool. And over here I created this little planter using a leftover dowel that I used. I used a pack of these dowels from finial dowels from Hobby Lobby. They came in a pack of 3. I used them to create a table down here, and then that was the last one. So I created like a planter. I painted it a gunmetal gray, distressed it with some black paint, added some moss, and then I made like dead plants. I don't know if you could see that, but they're Spellbinders dies. So it basically just looks like a bunch of twigs, because, like, you know, obviously the plant's dead. Nobody's been taking care of it. And then I added some spider webbing. And so, oh my gosh, I love it. It's so creepy. So creepy. And then let's move on to the bottom floor. I think this is my favorite room. Oh my gosh, it's wonderful. So basically, you know, this was the parlor. This is where you would walk in. because you know they used to do readings and have seances in here, so you would walk in and wait here, and then obviously you'd go upstairs and you know do what you got to do. So this is a little table that I created using the 2 dowels. I glued them to each other, and then for the top I used these wooden circles that I also picked up at Hobby Lobby, you guys. It came in a pack of 4. I used 3 of them to create the top. So I glued everything together, let that dry. I used some E6000. And again, I painted it black, whitewashed it, added a little bit of black again, and it just looks amazing. It's such an aged finish. I absolutely love it. And for here, let's see. So once I created the table, I was totally inspired. This little table inspired by Pinterest. There was a little miniature Halloween table, and I just wanted to recreate it. And so I did the best that I could with what I had. But I absolutely love the way it turned out. So I added some lace for my stash, sort of like a tablecloth. And then I went ahead and added like these little miniature pieces that I had, the little candelabra. There's a book underneath. There's some pumpkins for my stash. I grunged them up a little bit. I've got a cute little telephone. And then here's one of the Tim Holtz skulls. I created 2 scrolls using just little bits from the pattern paper that I aged with tea dye and then tied them with some jute. So cute. Oh my gosh. And in the back, you can see webbing. You can see one of the stickers that I used from the sheet. I popped it on foam to give it some dimension. All right. Really, really cool, you guys. And then at the bottom, I added just pumpkins that I had from my stash, grunged up, added some webbing to them. There's a little mouse way back in the corner. I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to see them. I did create a little rug here using my Spellbinders dies again. Oh my god, I just love the way it turned out. Okay, so then once you went to the parlor, this is where you would create, like they would create, you know, herbal medicines and things like that to help people that came, you know, to Chillingworth Manor. And of course, they used a big old cauldron. And of course, this is not going to be, you know, to scale, you guys. This cauldron takes up the whole room. So this is one of those plastic cauldrons from, you know, you can get them anywhere. I painted it black, went ahead and dabbed some gray paint on it. I wanted it to look really, really aged. And I'm hoping you are able to see some of that detail. But I also did a technique that I learned from P. P is Whimsical Endeavors. Here on YouTube years ago, she shared this wonderful technique where she used black candle wax. And so I grunged that whole thing up so it just looks like, you know, stuff has been bubbling and, you know, oh my gosh, I love the way it looked. So, so cool. I added some webbing. And then here I have some green webbing to make it look like the smoke, you know, the potion coming out and stuff. And then here's the potion that they used. So it's like a little vial of green Mod Podge, I think, or like the Dimensional Magic with some green Tattered Angels ink. Grunged it up. I've got a snake coming out from here. Let me see. Oh my gosh, there's so much to see, but it's kind of hard to show. I've got some papers that were cut up from one of the pieces. I wanted it to look like, you know, they had been, you know, working on, they're like mad scientists, you know, so they've got a bunch of like little diagrams. I have them tacked on there. I used tea dye to distress them, tattered the edges, just really cool. There is a shelf in the back that I created with chipboard, and I also backed up some of the little books that were part of, I fuzzy cut them from the collection and popped them on foam, added a skull, a little vial with some liquid. There's some spiders on the walls. I'm not sure if you're gonna be able to see everything. Just really, really cool. Sorry, sometimes my camera does not focus too well if I've got a lot going on. In the back, way in the back, there's a broom, but it got covered up. There's some moss. There's a dead guy back there. It's like with some bones. So a lot of it got covered up, you guys, but I had so much fun just adding a bunch of little details. Absolutely love, love, love the way it turned out. It's so creepy cool. And then I forgot to mention that I did add windows to the side. I wasn't happy with the way that this turned out, but it's okay. These are the Tim Holtz window dies. Cut them out of chipboard and used them to create, you know, the whole window look. Added some spider webs, and I wanted the windows to be grunged up, so I did use some acetate that I inked on, and then I have a little cat sticker The only thing I regret is I wanted to do some curtains or something, and I had glued everything on and then thought about it. It was like an afterthought. So not too happy with those, but I think they're still cool. Same thing here. I wanted him to look like, you know, he's looking out, but I adhered him on after I had glued this. So I kind of wanted him to be in between the acetate, but you know, it's all good. I've got some bats, and that's it. Oh my gosh, I love the way it turned out. Hopefully I didn't creep you guys out, but I love creepy things for Halloween, and I had so much fun with this project. So thank you so much, Robin and Sandy, for letting me be a part of this. It was so awesome, and I've had so much fun working on this project. You guys, definitely go check everybody out in the lineup. They are super talented. You're gonna love everything that they've created. Such an inspiration for fall crafts. Oh my God, so fun. And remember, the hop will end on the 18th at 9 p.m. So make sure you are subscribed to everybody. You have to hit that like button, comment, and make sure you're a visible subscriber so you can, you know, be a part of the giveaways. Otherwise, we'll have to move on to somebody else. We will announce all the winners on the 21st at 9 a.m. and I'm super excited. I have a surprise giveaway. I'm not going to share with you what it is because I want it to be a surprise, obviously. So that's it. Oh my gosh, thank you so much for, you know, watching, and leave me a comment, hit that like button, you guys, and enjoy the rest of the hop. I'll be seeing you real soon, everybody. Goodbye.